Hello everyone, this is Kay and the Collective Soul Tarot. Thank you, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me, and it's wonderful to be here with you today on a Friday, just before the weekend. And I'm going to be doing the zodiac sign right now reading with the Celtic cross spread. I may be switching those up at some point because the Celtic cross spread is, you kind of want to do something different every now and again. I do anyways. So I'm going to do the Celtic cross spread today, but just beware that I may swap out the type of spread I'm going to do soon. Okay, so who we're going to do today? T for Taurus, I would suspect. Yes, Taurus. T-A-U. Yay, and then go into the little box once I'm done today. Or no, the bigger box. There's a bigger box over there that you don't see. That won't be picked again today, or this week. God, this month, that's what I mean to say. Gee whiz. There we go, Taurus. Oh, now, for the Celtic cross, we got to get rid of these. These, I need more room. Okay, so I'm using the Northern Animal Tarot. It's a fairly new one. Well, it is, and it is a limited edition. I think they put out 100, and this is 109, I think. Okay, comes from Canada. Let's go. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, they're very slippery too. Will you please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly? Thank you. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus today? For our Taurus viewers in this read for Friday, November the 17th, 2023. I already shuffled them quite a bit. Okay, current situation, overall energy. We have the Five of Swords. Self-sabotaging ways, winning above all costs. No matter who you have to step on to grab the sword, you will do it. Taurus. Temperance. Trying to temper your mischievous jealousy. Your jealousy and your winning above all costs, like yeah, you're trying to temper that. Heal it, really. Temperance. You're tempering it. You're trying to heal it. So, Taurus, you've got, there's been a pattern of way of thinking and feeling that makes you feel fearful. Fearful to the point that you're not going to get what you want. And so you did things in a way that, in the nicest sense, I'm going to say it's below board, right? Not above board. In a relationship, perhaps. Using some type of manipulation or saying things that weren't true. Because Swords about communication, about messages and stuff. So there has been some kind of, maybe you were just jealous a lot, saying things that weren't true, like you're having an affair on me, or you've been screwing around with so and so from your class. If your mate is in school, like college or whatever, or a coworker, right? Something like that's been going on for you. Wow. Okay. Distant past is the Knight of Pentacles. Slow movement forward. Consistent, reliable, committed. Slow movement forward. But perhaps maybe too slow for you. I don't know. Let's keep going. Recent past, Nine of Swords. Which, after that time, you moved into like look, that feeling anxious and depressed. You're trying to sleep, and you're there in your bed. You got your beautiful, comfy little purple blankie on that has all the zodiac signs on it, and it's still not comforting enough for you. You just feel like you're a wreck. Your thoughts are just keeping you awake at night, or You wake up a lot through the night, and next thing you know, you may go to the bathroom and you're thinking about it again. Then you're thinking about it when you lay your head down and you can't go to sleep right away. So then you spend like a half hour or longer not really getting back to sleep. And then you wake up exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. You're not getting your rest. So what are you thinking about? The Fool. Look at that. That's a beautiful card, don't you think? They plucked a nice little daisy flower there. Has his little beetle bug with some shoes on. It's got some shoes. And the Sun saying, yeah, take that leap of faith. Do it. You know, be spontaneous. Take a leap of faith. That's what you're thinking about. That's what you want to do. What's the bridging energy? The Ace of Swords. So it sounds like to me that this bridging energy is all about divine inspired truth, okay? Because the divine knows our hearts more than we do. And maybe you've been getting to know your heart a lot more lately because you've been trying to heal. It could be too that, okay, now that I'm thinking about this, it could be that you've been experiencing this by somebody else and you have been trying to heal from those knives, those swords, right? Been cutting you up emotionally. So either way, we'll find out. Yeah, so what I was saying is that God knows our hearts. So God knows that you are wanting to get on a different path, chart a different life for yourself, something that's more happy, lighter, feeling good. That's what you want. Maybe there's someone you want to go to or someplace you want to move to or just go on a holiday to. The divine says that's what's in your heart. That's what you desire. We know it. God knows it. This will be you then. The divine is going to help you move in such a way where you can cut out the past. You'll be able to do that. The divine is going to help you. And to chart a new path forward, following, what you know to be true and right. This is like a blank slate, or making the slate clean, yet clearing the slate of the past so that you have a new path that's clean and clear for you to move forward truthfully without the sneaky business of either yourself or someone else in your life. So Taurus, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of being indecisive. You've been indecisive. You want to be spontaneous, but let's just face it. If this is your energy right here, you're the type of person who thinks things to death. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You get the picture. Over and over again. You think things to death. And Taurus, you're all about being grounded, right? That's something that a Taurian really values, is being grounded, being very practical and logical, taking your time to make decisions and that might cause you to be on a different trajectory in life. You want to be less grounded and a little bit more flighty, spontaneous, right? It's something that you just want to be able to kind of release the Taurian characteristics or traits of having to know everything, all the I's crossed and all the I's dotted and T's crossed, right? First, get that down, all that knowledge, anything that you could find out before you take a leap is what you need to know. That's what a Taurian would want to know, because the impulsivity or the spontaneousness of making a decision and moving forward is just something that really freaks a Taurus out. Okay, so yeah, you're sitting on the fence being indecisive and you're afraid that you're going to just stay there. Who's in your energy? The Hierophant. Somebody's in your energy. Who is a Hierophant? Someone who seeks enlightenment, someone who is spiritually developed and driven, someone who could also possibly be imparting their own wisdom to others, whether you're just you may be teaching, spiritually teaching people, or just modeling, you know, and enlightening and providing insight to people. Wow. Hierophant. Isn't that your energy, Taurus energy? What are you hoping for? The Queen of Swords. You're hoping for the Queen of Swords. Well, you're hoping that this person, whoever this is going to hear you out. That's what you're hoping for. And you expect that they'll have questions. Because, or you're hoping to tap into your Queen of Swords energy, because we don't know enough yet, Taurus. This could be you wanting to tap into your Queen of Swords, you know. You're going to be like, no guff, you know, don't mince words. You're a great communicator, you're intuitive, and you're like, I'm fair, but I will also be very discerning. If I see red flags in anything that I'm seeing or hearing or learning, then I am going to exact my sword to cut it out of my life for good. That's the Queen of Swords. Like without any further consideration or remorse, it's gone. It's gone. Just like that. Okay, what's the energy of the outcome? Oh. Seven of Swords. That's even worse than this. That's the Five of Swords to the 7. Okay, let's talk about some. Look what's on the back. If I don't shuffle, you know me. The heartbreak. We have the 4 of Swords. A little purple blankie around the raven there. He's so cute, all snuggled up in there. Yeah, he's resting, trying to avoid a broken heart, trying to heal from a broken heart so that he can stand up some point emotionally, be confident enough to take that sword and move forward on a better path of life. Here's the 6 of Pentacles, of equal give and take, a reciprocity, right? Something's not been balanced now or in the past, and you want to make that correct. Be more fair and have more balance in your life, hoping the person that maybe you're resting because of what they're doing has made things imbalanced. The Devil. Woo! Doggy. Holy smoker, Rooney Tunes. Oh, wow. Let's get these out before I start talking about that. Heartbreak. Page of Wands. The Hangman. And the 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh. And the 10 of Coins and the Tower. I'm writing them out. I'll put that. Can you see it? Yep. Okay. The conflict on the back too. Oh my gosh. Taurus. The Hierophant. I need more information, but you know what I'm seeing here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is that somebody is, you know, they have the spiritual awareness. They have the spiritual awareness, but they use it for the dark rather than for the light. And you know, it's a betrayal. Either they've been betrayed or they betrayed you. This person who has the spiritual access. They have spiritual access, right? They do. We all do, but this one here, she or he uses it for the dark. So like it's interesting because I just did that collective reading about how the collective spouse, which is a woman, has gone into witchcraft, you know, spells and curses, put that on the collective. And this is what that's saying too. They use the dark to conjure up and cast spells and curses and to get what they want. They're highly toxic. Now you got a Hierophant here, and you would say, okay, well, they're highly toxic. Well, they can't just be highly toxic. This card is saying that they're into black arts. They're doing things to throw daggers in your back. They're trying to kill you, and I don't necessarily mean that literally, but they're trying to put you down, pin you down so that you can't move. They want to keep you where you're at, which may be being unhappy so that you can't find your happiness somewhere else with someone else, moving or leaving them so that you can't find happiness. You know, it's all about, they don't want you to be happy, because if you get too happy, you're gonna realize it's not because of them, it's because of somebody else. Also, they might be trying to steal your money, making you think, not, you know, with spells and curses, jujus and hexes and hoaxes, they can make you think things that are not real. This here, things are not as they seem. Things are not as they seem. That's what that is. So, these spells are working to keep you bound, really quite bound, to someone or someplace like this. And in this case, it's probably to someone, so that you won't even think about moving on from them. You will see them in a way that isn't really the truth. You have like these rose-colored lenses, these glasses on when you look at her or him, and that's not who it. They could be jumping around, sticking their tongue out, you going nah, 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 you know, and giving you the moon, mooning you, and all that sort of stuff. And you'll be seeing, oh, look at that pretty woman with her nice little flowery, perfect dress on, behaving so properly. You know, that kind of thing is what I'm talking about. How they're gonna make you see them and what they do with your money, or in your everyday life, or with other people, you know, company that comes over, and they come over a lot. They're putting a spell on you so that you don't see that this is really what's going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's love potion spells, sex spells. I talked about that in the collective reading just before that one, so it's really weird that this is coming out. So guys, be aware, right? This one here is your long-term marriage commitment. Marriage or just a commitment. Wow. It's really throwing you for a loop. This you've been having to heal from, trying to heal from. She's turned into the Queen of Swords. What are you hoping for? The Queen of Swords. You're hoping for you to tap into your own Queen of Swords. You're hoping for the Queen of Swords. Okay. This could be somebody that you know in your life that you need support from. That you're hoping to be able to receive that kind of support from them. You know, like if this is a King of Swords, that would be like a lawyer, okay? But Queen of Swords would be somebody who you feel can deliver the goods to you upright. So that when you go to them with this type of dialogue or communication, they're going to say, this is what's going on. I can't believe you haven't seen it. You know, that kind of thing, right? They're going to be able to see right through it, and they do. They do see right through it. They are very discerning, highly intuitive, and communicative, amongst other things. But they say, you know, if something is white, it's white. It's not, you know, cream colored. It's white. It might even be cream colored. And if it is, they'll say it's cream colored. You know, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you that they're going to give you the goods upright. No mincing words. You can't misinterpret or misconstrue their intentions or what they say. What they say they're going to do, And what they say is their truth. It's their truth. It's logical, it's practical, and it serves you. It serves you. So it's kind of like going to a counselor, or a life coach counselor, or even a lawyer if she's maybe a female lawyer. If you needed to go to a lawyer. But this also could be somebody who is a consultant of somebody you would go to for not legal advice, but legal advice. Somebody that is kind of a paraprofessional in the sense that they really know the law well, or they know a lot about the black arts. Okay, they might know a lot about the black arts, and you've researched them out, or you did word of mouth with somebody told you about this person. If you feel like this is what's going on with you, why don't you check this woman out? She'll be able to tell you, because she just knows about all that stuff. Okay, so it's possible that you're hoping to get some wisdom, some advice, some firsthand, like something you can sink your teeth into and say, yeah, I can trust that this is true, coming from them. Okay. Yep, but they, you have been, perhaps you've already checked in with this to get information. I know that you had in the collective in the previous reading I just did, had already received information about what they were researching. So maybe you have, and it's put you down, like it's just throwing you onto your butt, right? You're trying to find some balance and healing from all the mental and emotional exhaustion you needed to lay down. Could be meditating too, in order for you to tap into the divine, to get that type of intuitive insight during this time, through meditation or prayer. And you're seeking balance, because you know that something's not been right. Things have not been right? If things were right, you would feel a sense of balance, a sense of contentment. You're feeling content and satisfied, but it hasn't been. There's something that's been wrong, something throwing you off whenever you've been privy to her in her behaviors when she's at home, or when she's not at home. She says she's gone somewheres, and she may have went there, but she also went somewhere else. She found out, and it's like, why didn't she tell me? Why didn't she tell me she also went somewheres? That kind of stuff. It's been heartbreaking for you, and it's insight that you've received, that you gained some news about what's going on. And so, this is how you see her. All right, you see her as being, she comes across as though she's godlike, not godlike, but spiritual. She comes across, she's spiritual. She spouts off, how if you were spiritual, you'd be doing this, or spiritual people do that, and blah, 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 blah. But then you learn that she's using it for the dark light. And that she's been doing nothing but throwing daggers in your back, kind of like one of those little dolls, those pin dolls. And you've been feeling very stuck in the energy that the spells have put you in. Stuck. Hanging upside down, not having any kind of ability to make a different decision. It's really has made you think and feel differently, in the sense that it's kind of a mental fog, a confusion. And that's not you. But you might have been saying, oh, well, it's just I'm having a bad day or a bad week. I'm not getting enough sleep, right? So therefore, my mind is playing tricks on me. I don't feel myself. Maybe I'm coming down with a bug, or maybe I'm working too hard, staying up too long at night, and that kind of stuff. You'll be passing it off as something that either it's something you're doing or not doing or feeling, the way you're feeling, okay? Not that your wife would have been doing anything. And why do I say wife? I just speak probably because of the collective, and we're not absolutely certain yet that it's a wife. It could be your husband or, long-term partner too. So I'll say your long-term partner. You wouldn't be realizing that it was your long-term partner until you found out. And then the tower came down, right? Tower came down. Ooh, and was that painful? Ouch. Ouch. It was very painful. I mean, the fact that you had to wake up and you gained some clarity, right? You woke up, you smelt the coffee and seen that there's a bunch of swords in your back. And things haven't been fair or balanced between the two of you. What the hey? What's going on? I've been having to rest more because I just feel so exhausted all the time. But you woke up and you said, I need the truth. And if I have to go to somebody else, I will. This one here is somebody that you've known from a very long time ago, okay? Past. You may have known each other as children, but she's somebody that you have a history with and you're married to, or at least you have made a long-term commitment to, with kids, family, and all that sort of stuff. Okay? Oh, I feel for you. I really do. Really, really do. Wow. Okay. But perhaps while you've been feeling stuck, you've been receiving some hits of intuition that helped you realize that things were off. That it wasn't because what you weren't doing or what you were doing that was making you feel off your game. Listless, lethargic, maybe even a little powerless, like your wife or husband says, jump, and you say, okay, how high? That shocks you. Like, why would I would never done that before. Let's talk about these two. The Empress. 10 of Wands. Lord. And the 7 of Pentacles with strength. Excuse me, I'm scratching my nose. The Empress, that's your wife. That's your wife. So now we know it's a female right here. Empress, it's your wife. This is not the higher sense in the tarot deck that the Empress is, the higher sense where she's evolved. She's all 4 queens in one. She's just simply a wife and or a mother, okay? That's your wife here that is been putting a lot of burdens on your back. Just number one, her being her. She's probably high maintenance, and demanding. But then all of this too going on, you're going to feel exhausted, like I was saying. Exhausted, lethargic, just held down, stuck. Just not having the energy to even just peel yourself off the couch and, go out for a few drinks. And if you did, you just felt even worse. And you've been looking at your past and you're saying, this is what I've sown. OMD. That's oh my dog, okay? OMD. That's what I've been sowing. Oh my gosh. My strength, that self-empowerment as well, that this card stands for, has been sucked out of you. You have just been sowing seeds that have to do with very little compared to what you would had hoped to be sowing in a relationship with her. And now you want, you realizing all of this and trying to heal from this sabotaging, person who's in your life, sabotaging your whole life. Not just your life, but you. In every time you try to make a move forward in some way, maybe you start a business and it fails, and you start an investment and it doesn't do very well. You start buying real estate to invest in, and they start burning down, or they just end up being, money pits. You have other investments like stocks and bonds and mutual funds and stuff like that, and they're just not doing that well either. Your work is just feeling like you're feeling more tied down, hands tied, just pressure on, that kind of thing. Okay, somebody like this wants to keep you around. You must be making a good income. Okay, they want to keep you around. They don't want you to get all feeling confident and happy, which is probably what you were when you met her. But she doesn't want you to be like that, because if you're constantly having to work to keep bringing the money in to pay the bills and everything she wants in life, she's got the best of everything, right? Everything that she wants in life, she's spending the money like it's coming in and growing on the tree on the backyard, right? So she, Taurus, has been really sucking you dry in every sense of the word, including energy, like spiritual, because she needs to keep you around. You're her money bank. You're her money tree in the backyard, and you just go to and pluck some off whenever she wants some. If you get to be making too much money, you may be being in, more like bigger groups of people or more financially investing people, and you're going to meet people. You're going to meet people, other women, right? Of course, other men, other women, and she's going to feel like it's possible that as she's aging, that you're going to run into somebody who's young and beautiful, or at least younger than she is and beautiful, and then you'll leave her for them, right? In a person that's doing this, that's what they're thinking about. They're full of fears, and they're, she doesn't want you to be making hand over fist of money, unless she's going to spend it hand over fist, so that you have to keep bringing more in all the time. So you have to stay at work. You can't retire. In other words, you can't possibly retire. She needs that money coming in, and she needs you to look at her as though she's the most adorable thing in the world, that you rely on her, you depend on her. Wow. Yeah, it's all that sort of stuff, but it's been sucking the strength out of you. The way you would normally be is like, it's like the past for you. It's like, oh yeah, I used to be like that, but I'm not anymore. So you're always wanting more, always needing more money, because first of all, she's got that spell on you that makes you think you don't have enough, and you need to work harder. You need to get more money. You need to invest harder. This, that, and everything else. Maybe you were in some type of investment scam that she was involved in, and she was, skimming money off your investments without you knowing it. And every time you may have looked into it, she always had an excuse or a reason why it's not as large as you would have thought it would be at this point in time. Businesses that you started, side hustles, or literally just leaving your regular job to open up your own company or business, it went under, because if you got into business, again, you'll be meeting a lot more people. And she's going to be afraid that you're not only going to be, you may not be earning the kind of money you had been at your regular job. Number one, that would be a red flag for her. Number two is that if you're in business to provide services to people, you're going to meet a lot more people. And that's always the threat of losing you then to somebody else. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Oh, Nine of Pentacles. Wow, 2 9s. You might be seeing 999. King of Swords. And the Seven of Wands. Wow. Okay. Okay, in the distant past, Taurus, you're reminding your own business. In the distant past, you're reminding your own business. Yeah. Huh. You were minding your own business. You were single when you met her. You had been divorced. But you felt like this when you met her, and she ticked all your boxes right there. Tick, 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 tick. You were minding your own business, taking life as it came, because, you know, what else could you do, right? You were single. You had gotten divorced before, perhaps, okay? Perhaps you were divorced before. And you were standing up for yourself, taking life as it come, like I said, but you had some healthy boundaries up for yourself, and you just, you were single, and you met her. You met her, and she seemed to be like, you know, on the straight and narrow, right? Like she came across as though she was a professional. Does that sound something like that for you? That she came across as she was a professional. She was a hard worker. She, you know, maybe she was into sales, because it has to do with the sword, right? She may be into sales, a professional sales person or salesman or saleswoman. And you know, she was a go-getter. She was somebody who came across as though she was professional, all right, and that she stood her ground. Like, she was the type of person who wouldn't allow people to take advantage of her. She was somebody who, I'm not going to say defensive, but somebody who held their ground. They held their ground. They just seemed like the type of person who really had their S together, right? They came across as though they were the type of person you'd want to get to know, because they were balanced. You know, they're balanced on their 2 feet. They knew how to protect themselves, and they knew what they wanted. They knew what they wanted. That's what she came across like as. Yep, you were minding your own business. She came along, and when you were single, she ticked all your boxes, and it just seemed like it was just right. It was perfect. It was perfect, right? Came across as a professional. Maybe she didn't stay, or really wasn't a professional. Okay, so the recent past is the 9 of Swords. What's going on, Taurus, for the 9 of Swords? Holy mollies. Four of Cups. She knows. Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands. There's the Ace of Cups on the back too. The Queen of Cups. Huh. She wooed you. You were feeling yeah. 9 of Swords. You were, you know, you were minding your own business, but you weren't necessarily in a good place. Okay? You're single, minding your own business, but not necessarily in a good place. It's a sharp shooting tongue. Somebody who was really good at being strategic was able to come in and schmooze you. And she acted as though she would protect you too. You were feeling good, thinking that someone had your back, okay? On top of the fact that she may have came across as though she was professional in some manner, sales or whatever. But it was a time in the distant past, recent past, you were now feeling rejected by her, because she's different. She's different than how she came across towards you. So after this time, you you started feeling as though you're very disappointed and dissatisfied in your life. The one pentacle that you were able to hold on to was hope that you would be able to take what you have and rise up from this, all of this, become the King of Pentacles that she wants you to be. She wants you to be King of Pentacles, that somebody's making a lot of money, but not necessarily grounded. And you want to, with the Four of Wands, this is you in your Four of Wands with her, okay? You have become wiser, you see. She wanted you to be a King of Pentacles because you're going to be making lots of money, like I said. Otherwise you were just this type of person, you know, holding on to your pentacles under your tree, learning a lot about stuff with a little friend, a little mouse right there helping you out, spending their time with you. Yeah. And this is the way she's been making you feel, that you are only a page. She wants you to be a king, but she's telling you you're only a page. All right? That you only have so much money. In fact, you really have a lot of money because of your own work ethic and your knowledge of investments. You know that you're so much more than that. But she's been telling you that to keep you little, to keep you small, to keep you, stuck in your head and losing sleep. And that's what this coming together with her under the same roof has been like for you. It's been lies and deception. It's been sabotage and jealousy. It's been knives in your back and exhaustion and confusion. That's what it's been like with her. Distant past, that's when you met her, and then ever since then, well, maybe not ever since, but at least in the recent past, things have really started to, come to light. And you want that come to light, Taurus. You want the sun to reveal what's going on and your next step forward, because up in your head, you don't know, or you haven't known what to do. You just want to get out. You want to get out of Dodge and start something new without those spells and curses all over you. You want that part of your life gone. You want her out of your life. Okay, so what else are you thinking about? The King of Cups. All right, let's see. Is that someone she's messing around with, or is that you evolving? Okay, that's Three of Cups. Look at this poor guy. Yeah, Eight of Wands, and then the King of Wands. All right, with the Five of Pentacles on the back, which tells me that this is somebody she's been messing around with. Not only is she doing this to you, she did betray you. Literally, instead of just throwing the daggers into your back, it also means that she's been messing around on you with this King of Cups. And you're thinking about that guy. Maybe he's a friend. Maybe it's somebody you know in your social group, the two of you. Like your neighbors and friends and stuff like that. Somebody from work or her work. Okay, that you know could be a friend. But yeah, there's the third party. You're put into a third party. You know this. This is what you're thinking. And now all it is that you realize she's having passionate messages going back and forth between her and the King of Cups, but it's also angry messages angry communication between the two of you because of everything that's going on. The two of you are just like back and forth with each other, and you are saying, I got to take charge here. I got to take control. This is not who I am. This is just not who I am. I need to get out of this. I need to stand up for myself. I need to take charge and take control. That's the King of Wands energy. Perfect. Okay, so that's what you're thinking. And God says, I know your heart is crying out for help. We heard it. We're going to help you. Bridging energy. Isn't that great news? Again, even if we don't say anything, our God knows our heart. And now it's crying out, which says, it's crying out for justice for one thing, and it's crying out for compassion and solace, you know. And that's like the knock on the door, to that Jesus stands there and knocks on the door and says, will you let me in? That's your heart. That crying out is actually allowing the door to open for the divine to step in on your behalf and start making things go correctly. Bringing justice to things. Oh, the Emperor. Well, that could mean that you're just the husband there, but you are definitely stepping into your king energy. 5 of Cups. That's remorse and regret. Missing somebody. Oh, look at that. Missing the Queen of Cups. Who you walked away from sometime before because you were in the Knight of Wands. Oh my gosh. Let's see. That's the Knight of Cups. Yeah. But you know, you have this Knight of Cups for her. For your Queen of Cups, there's somebody in your life who's the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay. So you got somebody else, Taurus. You are evolving from the mystery and the mayhem and the chaos and the drama, the hardship, the karmic debt that your karmic soulmate has brought into your life. She has brought in so much mayhem, chaos, and drama with all this, this nasty spell business, black magic business on you, her husband, that you are like saying, there's not going to be any more of that BS, woman. You know, like you're just not going to have that part of me anymore. I'm going to be the person I'm meant to be. And you've been saying, I've been crying over spilt milk long enough. It's time for me to not be looking at the past, but looking at those 2 cups that are behind me, which is the 2 of Cups, true love, right? That this person and you represent together, the Queen of Cups. And the divine says, yes, this is what's in your heart. We know it. We know it. It's been there for a while, but you know, with the spells, it's no wonder she didn't want you to know who she was like, who she was, because then you'd run and you'd go back to the one that you left. You walked away from at one time. Okay? She knows that. That's amazing. So back in this day, she knew about the Queen of Cups. That's what I'm getting from this. You played her like a fiddle. You played the Queen of Cups like a fiddle, you know. You took advantage of her, whether it was during the time that you're with this one or the time before. I always say that because it's possible, right? Depends on how far back it goes. But you were a player. You were taking what you could get selfishly and running off because you were in a relationship. Oh, yeah, and said you were divorced here, right? Okay. So either this is somebody that you divorced and want to be back together with, or you were with somebody else when you met her and you've been divorced since then because maybe your wife found out and didn't want to have anything more to do with you wanting to be with other women. Or, you know, you met her while you were getting married to or divorced this one here, or married to this one in a long-term commitment. Now, where am I with all this stuff? Yeah, but you walked away from her. So that means that that you went back to your marriage, okay? And then it didn't work out for you. You got divorced and you end up meeting this one because the 2 of you were on the same page with each other. That one there. You didn't know about this. And it's no wonder she didn't know about this mask that she was wearing right here. This mask that she's wearing. Because if you'd done that, you wouldn't have chosen her over her. Or if you'd already gotten married and, you know, you didn't see her mask at that point in time, that not everything was as it seems. that if you had really seen her for who she was, because the spells were putting those rose-colored glasses over your eyes, so you really couldn't see her for who what she was to you. You would have divorced her or dropped her like a hot potato. She knows that, and you would have went back to your queen, if she's into spell work, she probably into tarot too, or any other divination that tells of who is your true soulmate. Who's a karmic and who's a true soulmate? She probably knows that this one is your true soulmate. That's just all I have to say about that, is that she knows that. Perhaps she knows about the twin flame. Perhaps she sees that you are on a twin flame journey, and this is your divine feminine over here. But she's trying to come across as though you two were destined to be together, and that she's your divine feminine. So a false twin flame. A false divine feminine, right? So so she'd be wanting you to think that she's your divine feminine, your twin, but so that you wouldn't even think about looking, because what's a twin flame in the first place, right? Well, you started learning stuff, but because you learned this, you learned some other stuff, and now all you want to do is there's that you had moved away from her. You walked away from her in your player days there at that time, and all you want to do is move now towards her with an expression of love. But you're afraid of this not doing it. I don't think that you're, that's really a concern so much. Really, it will, if you are still sitting right here on the fence, go seeking out somebody who knows something about this stuff to give you the truth about it will help get you off the fence. All right? That can be very helpful to you. So let's look at Nasty Pantsy Wancy's name, energy, okay? Nasty Pantsy Wancy. All right. The Chariot. Ace of Wands. And the Four of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. Oh yeah. And there's the Magician too, which with all of this, it's ugly. Just ugly. That's, that's doing spells. Magic, right? Whew. So, so she moved impulsively, and she took action to be with you. She was very focused on the sex with you, very, very focused, and she was using this wand to wave her magic around, right? To be in control. She put attachments onto you, and she's attached you to her, like that umbilical cord energy, where you're going to think and feel that she's the one you need to be with, right? And she's the one. She's the true one, the divine feminine maybe, but the true love. She's the true love. She's your true love. She's manifesting that with you through magic, through spells and curses, love magic, spells, potions, whatever, and sex magic, all that kind of stuff. She's doing anything and everything that she can do, using the black arts to confuse you, to keep you energyless, like lethargic, confused, just foggy mind, and needing to make sure that wife is appeased. Spell that says you're going to do everything you can to make your wife really happy and give her everything that she ever wants. You're going to do it every time she taps her toe or snaps her fingers. You're going to be like right there and say, "Oh honey, what would you like now? I will bring the world to you." That's the kind of thing that she would hope to do with spells, with magic. All right. Outcome, if you don't, right? Outcome, nothing will ever be as it seems. for you in your life if you don't take action. Seek some truthful guidance somewhere from somebody. Okay? And even this tarot reader is that heads up, warning, that you need to take some action. You need to get into your King of Wands energy, not just be thinking about doing it, but actually doing it. Pray to the God. Pray to step into your Emperor energy. Pray, meditate, whatever you need to do, meditate, pray. Get square with God so that you know that God's on your side, and putting up all sorts of angels of block, like a whole block of protection around you with all those angels that you need to have now to protect you from these kinds of spells being attached to your energy, your aura. Okay. The Hierophant. See, there's two Hierophants in here. The Hierophant, that's God. Page of Swords, that's seeking information. This is you seeking the truth somewhere with somebody. Okay? And Death, putting an end to that sucker. There's the Justice card. OMG, I'm so happy for you. Oh my. Oh wow. So it means you're going to get off the fence because you're getting square with God. You're going to a higher power. Could be a religious leader. It could be to a lawyer too, or a judge. It could be something that's going to help you find the justice that you deserve to have, to break the contract with her. And this would also be a soul contract, like a spiritual contract, because you've done this before in other lifetimes, unfortunately. So it's all about you finally rising up and growing up, so that you don't go into another lifetime of having this happen to you again with the same person. And it might be you doing it to her, and she might not be a her. You might be the woman and she's the man, and you're doing it, turning the tables in another lifetime. So you kind of want to put an end to that. You want to seek the truth. This is you either getting on the internet or talking to people in your social circle, like who, where, what, why, and when can I approach to get the goods on what I need to know so that I can help myself and put an end to it once and for all. And I transform as a result, because you're not who you would normally be. Let's just put it that way. You're not who you normally would be with the spells. I can't say that enough. Once you start putting that bubble of invisible, like the Star Trek of the next generation or new generation, the spacecraft itself had an invisible bubble of a cloak. It was cloaked, right? So that when invading armies would throw their lasers at it, they would just bounce off, right? And you're protected then. I asked Archangel Michael to use his wings to wrap around me and my cat and my house and my yard, my vehicle, everything that is, valuable to me. I asked Archangel Michael to protect with his angels and God's angels and his sword of truth. Just another thing for you to know. But that's bringing justice to yourself, to your life, possibly even maybe to this one here, the Queen of Cups. But as you can see, it's not so much about the Queen of Cups here. Just like the collective reading I did. Like this is you getting a sense of direction and saying, I got to go a different way. I got to choose a different way. That would be justice. But this is breaking a soul contract. It's breaking the marital contract. And by doing so, you put this to rest forever. Okay? That's so important for you to know. You end it by taking the worldly, like with the world and the spirit. You're taking action in the world in the sense that you're taking her to court to get a divorce, putting an end to your relationship, your connection with her. And spiritually, you're using, you're asking for angels' help to protect you, always protect you and your children or whatever. so that anyone who's going to continue to send spells your way will just bounce off. Okay, you're protected as soon as you start following your heart. And I said this the other day, as soon as you start following your heart, God's on it for you, because he hears your heart. He knows what you want. He knows that you're desiring this. So therefore, like an empire, you put your warriors out there and protect your empire. God does that too. He puts all more angels on your case, on your situation, around you, so that you're so protected, like that Star Trek bubble, right? And just have faith and trust in that. Faith and trust in that. Become your own Hierophant, right? Evolve into your own Hierophant. Take the action needed to consult the people you need to find the truth from, so that you can see your way clearer, because you're no longer blinding yourself with the illusion of what she's been doing to you. The illusion is that she's allowing by not making a decision, you're allowing those spells to have their way with you. Okay? Oh my gosh. I'm afraid for you, but if you do this, if you protect yourself both spiritually and in your physical world, by taking action as a King of Wands to take her to court, okay, and get divorced and put her away. If you have to tell her, I always love you, because you know that you don't want, it's okay. You can always love her, but you don't have to be with her. It's for anybody. You can always love them. You don't have to be with them. You don't have to have anything more to do with them, unless of course you have children with her. That might be different. However, you need to put her in the past as best you can while still having contact with your kids. All right, guys, until next week, have a great weekend. I hope that was helpful. Please take action. Take care of yourself, Taurus. Bye for now.